Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Nos programmes offrent plusieurs langues. Veuillez visiter suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Nuestros programas ofrecen varios idiomas. Visite suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Nossos programas oferecem vários idiomas. Acesse suprememastertv.com/schedule.
हमारे कार्यक्रम पेश किए जाते हैं कई भाषाओं में। कृपया देखें suprememastertv.com/schedule。
我们的节目提供多种语言，请看 suprememastertv.com/schedule。
Rancangan kami menawarkan banyak bahasa. Sila kunjungi suprememastertv.com/kehadapan-schedule.
برامجنا متوفرة بالعديد من اللغات. يرجى زيارة suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Наши программы предлагают много языков. Пожалуйста, посмотрите suprememastertv.com/schedule.
మా కార్యక్రమాలు అందజేస్తున్నాయి అనేక భాషలలో. దయచేసి చూడండి suprememastertv.com/schedule.
If you keep the 3 precepts above, no lust, no killing, no stealing, but if you lie, you still cannot be a Buddha.
Please continue watching to find out more.
Supreme Master Ching Hai's lectures are not a complete meditation instruction. Please do not try alone. For free of charge guidance, please visit godsdirectcontact.org or contact any of our centers near you.
Today's episode will be presented in English with subtitles in Arabic. Aulasis, also known as Vietnamese, Chinese, Czech, English, French, German, Hindi, Hungarian, Indonesian, Japanese, Korean, Malay, Mongolian, Persian, Polish, Portuguese, Punjabi, Romanian, Russian, Spanish, Telugu, and Thai.
Saludos alegres, espectadores compasivos. Mi nombre es Silvio de Ciudad del Este. En el emocionante Paraguay, nuestro feliz pueblo les admira por la manera noble en que vive sus vidas. Paraguay, en lengua indígena, significa río perteneciente al mar. Sus verdes colinas ondulantes, sus ricos suelos y sus exuberantes bosques pristinos impresionaron tanto a los primeros exploradores que lo llamaron un segundo Edén. Numerosos grandes ríos, lagos cristalinos y humedales exuberantes han nutrido una civilización notable con un rico patrimonio artístico. Paraguay también comparte el segundo acuífero de agua dulce más grande del mundo, el acuífero Guaraní, con 3 países vecinos. Los paraguayos manifiestan un amplio espectro de relaciones armoniosas entre el hombre y el agua, y el hombre y la naturaleza. Las abundantes bendiciones de la naturaleza han ayudado a los paraguayos a perfeccionar el arte de la hospitalidad. Es un privilegio compartir con ustedes, maravillosos espectadores, un vistazo del fascinante Paraguay. Deseamos que sepan que ustedes son especiales y muy amados por Dios. Durante más de 3 décadas, la maestra suprema Ching Hai ha iluminado nuestro mundo con sus enseñanzas divinas. Una maestra totalmente iluminada, Ella imparte el método Huan Yin de meditación a aquellos que desean descubrir inmediatamente la naturaleza de Dios interna y alcanzar en una vida la liberación eterna del ciclo de la transmigración. El método Huan Yin ha sido practicado por todos los maestros iluminados, tales como Buda, Confucio, Guru Nanak, Jesucristo, Lao Tse, el Señor Krishna, el Señor Mahavira, el profeta Mahomet, la paz sea con él, y muchos más. Ella enfatiza que si siempre recordamos a Dios, ofrecemos servicio desinteresado a otros y seguimos las leyes del universo, alcanzaremos nuestro potencial más elevado como humanos y aprenderemos verdaderamente nuestro propósito en la tierra. La Maestra Suprema Jinhai es un extraordinario ejemplo viviente de compasión, enviando frecuentemente asistencia material y financiera, además de amor a los refugiados y a los desamparados, a las víctimas de desastres naturales y a otros que necesitan ayuda. La Maestra Suprema Jinhai está profundamente agradecida con el amado Dios por toda la ayuda financiera, consuelo y apoyo para los afligidos y necesitados, y cualquier buena causa a través de los años como una humilde receptora para su compasión y amor hacia sus preciados hijos. La Maestra Suprema Jinhai recibe apoyo y amor de numerosas organizaciones de medios de comunicación, gobiernos y personas individuales, así como muchos galardones de su parte, como por ejemplo el Premio Guzzi de la Paz 2006, considerado el Premio Nobel de la Paz de Oriente, el Premio al Liderazgo Mundial Espiritual en 1994, el Premio Mahavir en el 2008, la proclamación de los días 22 de febrero y 25 de octubre como Día de la Maestra Suprema Jinhai, nombrada Ciudadana Honoraria de los Estados Unidos, etc. Y ha sido honrada a través de los años con otros numerosos premios y galardones por sus excepcionales obras filantrópicas y humanitarias. Nos disculpamos por no poder mostrar otros muchos premios y honores por falta de espacio y tiempo. Como verdadera voz para nuestros preciosos amigos animales, la Maestra Suprema Chinhai promueve la pacífica y amorosa dieta a base de productos vegetales y prevé con el despertar de la humanidad hacia lo sagrado de todas las vidas, un tranquilo y glorioso mundo completamente vegano, donde los animales y las personas vivan en dichosa armonía. Sus iniciativas para difundir la tendencia vegana son diversas y entre ellas se incluyen la distribución del volante de vida alternativa, los restaurantes veganos internacionales, Loving Hut, empresa de productos de alimentación veganos, productos de piel vegana, Supreme Master Television, además de hablar regularmente con influyentes líderes de gobierno y medios de comunicación y participar en conferencias televisadas sobre el cambio climático, etc. Tanto si somos conscientes de ello como si no, sus esfuerzos han tenido una enorme influencia sobre la conciencia mundial del estilo de vida, respetuoso con los animales y de cómo esta manera benevolente puede traer paz duradera entre las naciones, a la vez que salvamos nuestro planeta del cambio climático y de los desastres. A lo largo de los años, la Maestra Suprema Chinhai ha viajado por todo el mundo, desde las Américas hasta África, desde Europa hasta Oceanía, y ha ofrecido cientos de discursos al público y a sus discípulos sobre muchos temas espirituales. Hoy tenemos la bendición de presentar una de estas inspiradoras conferencias titulada
El Suragama Sutra.
Las 4 instrucciones claras, inalterables sobre la pureza, abstenerse de robar y mentir, parte 4 de 7 entre maestra y discípulos, dada en inglés el 23 de diciembre del 2018 en la Tierra Nueva, Taiwán, también conocida como Formosa.
We go back to the precepts, not going astray from the precepts. Okay. The Buddha continued, if bhikkhus, monks, do not store away anything. Bhikkhus is a Sanskrit term for monks, for renunciates, yeah? Mostly referred to as monks only. Bhikkhuni is nuns, okay? The one who take full precept, 200 something precept, okay? And the dressed to at bhikshu, mean real monk, full monk. And the bhikshuni is the one, the same, okay? Otherwise, you can refer to as just monk and nun, okay? In this, the Buddha addressed the full monk, the high monk, okay? And at that time, normally in the old time in India, we don't have bhikshuni. We don't have nuns. Nuns were not allowed in the monastery. It was before. And then after the Buddha became Buddha, his stepmother, or this stepmother, because his mother died at his birth, so the sister of his mother took care of him. And that mother wanted to become a monk also under the Buddha. And Buddha cannot refuse. It's his mother, and then his wife and all that. That's how the nuns' order came into being, okay? But the Buddha worried that because his mother is a queen of the country, highly positioned, respected, living in luxury and splendor, how is she going to be a humble nun, living ascetic life? Also, a nun is not easy in those days, They don't allow nuns because women, very inconvenient to travel around, to be alone, yeah? Also, we women have other things, other needs, yeah? And also, if mixing with monks, there might be other things undesirable affection or thing might come about. So there were no nuns in the order of the Buddha, and at that time also. But the mother, how can he refuse? So he has to make some exception. But he said, even if you are the mother and the queen of the country, you still need to bow to the monks, no matter how young and how old his monkhood, okay, like how long he has been a monk. You still need to bow to them. If you accept that, then I will let you. The mother immediately bowed to all the monks. Yeah, and so the Buddha has to keep his promise. Same from then on, all the nuns in the Buddhist tradition, even though they took the full precepts and the full-fledged nunhood, just like equal to the monks, they still have to bow to the monk because of that. Not because the Buddha disrespect his mother, but number one, because she has to be humble, okay? To be a monk and nun, you must be humble. Otherwise, what's the use? You just sit there and take people offering and prostrating to you. Therefore, the Buddha make them go out and begging and all that, just to train humility and lessen greediness, yeah, and possessiveness. So being a monk and nun also has a very good advantage. You train yourself in some discipline. It's a very noble kind of lifestyle. Very frugal, very humble, but high living, high thinking, high enlightenment. And now, even if these monks and nuns may not study with me or something, I always, when I see monks and nuns outside, when I pass by in the airport or outside, I always make offering and always make obeisance to them because I respect their ideal. Not their body, but their ideal, their goal, the noble aspiration. I respect that. I always help. I always offer whatever I have in my pocket at that time. Anything. And pay very much respect, humbly to them. Because I think that kind of noble ideal of monkhood as nunhood is very difficult for anyone to follow. And if they can uphold it, they deserve respect. Whether or not they will be liberated or not liberated, I don't know who is high monk, who is low monk. I respect them all, okay? The ideal of life.
You connect the pieces that we can't get from the Bible or the Sutra. We can read, and read, but we can't connect it the way you do it.
Oh, really? Wow, I'm proud of myself. Thank you, Fred. Thank you. I don't know, it just come out. You can see, I always lecture spontaneously, talk spontaneously. I don't have any prompters or anything, whether or not I talk with the public or I talk with you. There's nothing prepared. Well, it's something maybe you have to know or you should know so that it strengthens your resolution in your practice. Yeah, it clears some doubts in your mind. So when you meditate, you're more focused. That's also good for you, huh?
One other thing, when people read the Bible, they can associate things with Jesus, but they cannot remember or they cannot associate it with any other master in any other way. And by listening to you and coming to know you and coming to understand what you're saying, now I can connect the Bible. And I really didn't understand it like you think you do, but I can understand it now because listening to the pieces you put together and the way you can hear one part and you don't quite understand it, but you can remember a scripture or two to connect everything. And this is what you've been able to do.
You enlighten, that's why. Yeah. By listening to talk, you can also be enlightened. It's just one method of enlightenment, one of the 84,000 methods. Yeah. Yeah, some monks in the Buddha's time, just hear the Buddha's voice. He became enlightened, became arhat. And that's how some people get enlightenment also, okay? It's just that Kuan Yin method is the surest way, the long-lasting and always can rely on, okay? The Buddha said that, but in another retreat, I will remind you again. I don't think we have time for this retreat, but another retreat, okay? When you go home, work, take a rest for me, and then I recover or do some more of my job, and then we have another retreat, then we go further, okay? If I'm still alive, yeah? All right. Okay, now. Yeah, because sometimes I'm thinking to myself, can I continue? That's what it is. But thanks to your support and your love and your enthusiastic energy, I survive every time I come out. Survive. Yeah, by the way, I want to ask you, why did you cry yesterday?
Well, there's a lot, Master, but everything you say answers something that's in my mind.
Oh.
It's really incredible how I can be thinking or feeling or wondering something, and you just sort of answer exactly what was in my heart. A lot of the things you were saying yesterday were so prescient, immediate to my feelings and my worries and my fears, and you offered me guidance at the exact moment that I was asking a question, and you offered me reassurance at the exact moment that I needed it.
Okay.
And I am so grateful. Thank you so much.
I'm grateful too that you understood.
I love you so much, Master. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. I love you too, and your wife too. All right, my love. I'm glad it helped you. You are a good kid. Anyway, yes. You're very good. I'm proud of you. In case you worry, I'm proud of you. Okay? I think you're a very good kid. Yeah. Before you came here even, I saw you on TV. You're a good kid, okay? So don't worry. You're fine. Okay, so now you know. The nuns in Buddha time begin from there, from the Buddha's time. Before that, they don't allow women to be nun. Because in India, to be a woman, you should never go out alone anyway. Okay? It's dangerous, yes. And you don't mix with men or outside of your family. But the order of renunciation at that time and before that, it's always men, you see? Men, because they're tougher, they can sit outside under the tree to meditate, they can go out for alms alone. They can endure more, supposed to endure more hardship than women, yeah? Woman is different body makeup, less convenient than a man to be an ascetic, okay? In the old time, monks supposed to be ascetic, yeah. They sit anywhere, they live, they sleep on the ground, they have just a few belongings. Women cannot endure all that. The Buddha was also worried about that his mother, second mother, was a royalty, live in comfort and luxury, having servants, day and night. How is she going to bear this kind of life also? Not to talk about anything else. But she was determined. Yeah, she loves him that much, and she believed in him so much. So she determined. And then she has become a good nun. From then on, she became a chief of the nun. So anytime Buddha has some more nun, he will always handle it to her to take care. Yes, she was that enlightened. Yeah, but very humble because she knows, she understands the Buddha. She believes him, and she was enlightened. Very good, very good. But at that time, originally, the Buddha doesn't want any nun. Even after the mother begging him, he still don't want it. Because, a royalty and the mother, how is he going to mix in here? Where does she live? How can she endure all this? And is she going to be so snobbish and all the monks will be very afraid of her because she's a mother of the Buddha and the queen of the country? Who? These two titles scare any man. Not to talk about monks, yeah? And the Buddha worried that monks also very pure and simple. You worry they might feel oppressed, yeah, uncomfortable around. So he said, no, no. But thanks to whom, Ananda. He kneeled down and begged the Buddha, say, she is your mother. Yeah, you cannot differentiate that she's all sentient being. You preach that all equal. He preached back to the Buddha. He gave back to the Buddha whatever the Buddha said. Equality. All sentient being has Buddha nature. And then say, so I think you should also exercise compassion and mercy on your mother. Then the Buddha has to okay. Has to okay. So that's why in many Buddhist nunnery, they also revere Ananda photo, Ananda image, yeah, because he is the one who helped them to be able to follow this noble path. But it's maybe it's good for you to know something.
Yes, thank you, Master.
Yes. So that you know why is this and why is that. Nah? If I just read this faster, but you don't know much more than the just the written word. There are history in here. There are background, okay? There are facts. And there are contributions of facts into this and that event, okay? At least you know I'm a real nun somehow, huh? I know something, right? About Buddhism. I don't know how I know all that. It's just too long ago. Somehow I just know and I read here and there, I guess, huh? Okay, so the Buddha continued. More strict now. If bhikkhus, at that time no nun yet, so he just talked about monks. If monks do not store away anything but their robes and bowls, yeah. If they give what is left over from their food offerings to hungry living beings, if they put their palms together and make obeisance to the entire great assembly, humility, okay? Monks have to greet each other that way, yeah? Respectfully, humbly. So, if when people scold them and they can treat it as praise, monk, yeah? People scold them, they have to think it's like a praise to them, meaning no feeling of rejection or displeasure, the feeling like they are helping them. Yeah, of course they're helping them to train their humility, no? I'll take away some of their karma. All right, so if they can sacrifice their very bodies and minds, giving their flesh, bones, and blood to living creatures, when needed, if needed, yes. And if they do not repeat the non-ultimate teachings of the thirst come ones as though they were their own explanations. Meaning, if they repeat the words of the Buddha, they should not claim it as if it's there, like they're so wise and so knowledgeable. But they probably have to credit like, first I have heard, yeah, that the Buddha said that, the Buddha said this, yeah. Not like just talk like, like he knows everything, just as if he's the Buddha himself, possessing all this wisdom. Then it's like also like stealing, pretentious and faking, like faking. As if they were their own explanation, they should not, okay? Misrepresenting them to those who have just begun to study. Then the Buddha gives them his seal as having attained true samadhi. If any monks, who are so humble like that, and who are so frugal and ascetic like that, and also never claim whatever teaching from the Buddha as if their own, were misleading those people who just came, who doesn't know who's who doesn't know that these teachings are from the Buddha, yeah? Misleading them, let them think that this is this monk's teaching. Then the Buddha will certify him as attains true samadhi, means attain true wisdom, stabilization in his enlightenment, station. What I have said here the Buddha. What I have said here is the Buddha's teaching. Any explanation counter to it is the teaching of Papier. As usual, he said that. Whatever he teach right here, right now, at that time, was from the saint. Truly saintly teaching, holy teaching. Anything else that is opposed to it is no, is wrong. Ananda, though living beings in the six paths, you remember six paths? Low heaven, human, asura, hell, animals, ghosts, hungry ghosts. Though living beings in the six paths of any mundane world, you hear that? Any mundane world. Meaning the Buddha say that there are more worlds than just ours. See that? Yeah. All the planets, not just ours. We have been heard in that from your Supreme Master Jinghai, right? Now it is certified here. In any mundane world, just meaning in any earth like this, yeah? Similar. If any beings in the six paths of any mundane world may not kill, steal, or lust, either physically or mentally, these three aspects of their conduct, thus being perfect. And they keep these three mentioned precepts. Yeah. Yet, if they tell lies, this is the four now, the four precepts now. Okay, if they kept the three mentioned above, perfect. Good. But still, if they tell lies, the samadhi they attain will not be pure. This is a fourth precept now. They will become demons of love, you mean this physical attachment, and views, and will lose the seat of the thirst come one, meaning they will lose their wisdom, their seat of enlightenment to become Buddha. They cut it off. Wow. That means you will never become Buddha if you lie. Okay? Even. If you kept the three precepts above, no lust, no killing, no stealing, but if you lie, you still cannot be a Buddha. Oh man, that's very strict. Keep it, guys, yeah? As much as you can, huh? So maybe you can become 50% Buddha, 60% Buddha, 80% Buddha. Or human at least, yeah? Not running around in the vicious cycle of birth and death in a lower realm. Okay, please keep the five precepts.
Inspiradores, espectadores, apreciamos su compañía en el episodio de hoy titulado
El Suragama Sutra.
Las 4 instrucciones claras e inalterables sobre la pureza, abstenerse de robar y mentir. Parte 4 de 7 en Entre Maestra y Discípulo. A continuación viene del sagrado texto de la Hermandad Blanca Universal, La Paz Deseada, parte 2 de 2, en palabras de sabiduría, justo después de noticias de interés. Siga con nosotros en Supreme Master Television para más programación positiva. Que su bondad sea realmente apreciada por todas las vidas que tocan.
Inspiring viewers, we appreciate your company for today's episode entitled The Surangama Sutra, the 4 clear and the unalterable instructions on purity, refrain from stealing and lying, part 4 of 7, on between master and disciples. Coming up next is, from the sacred text of the Universal White Brotherhood, The Desired Peace, part 2 of 2, on words of wisdom, right after noteworthy news. Please stay tuned to Supreme Master Television for more positive programming. May your goodness be truly appreciated by all whose lives you touch.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/BMD.